Hello everybody, welcome to Morning Cupdate, coming to you from New York. We're taking a quick pit stop here before heading over to Dallas for the semi-finals. Yesterday, Spain booked their spot in the semis. Today, 4 more teams will try and join them. Switzerland take on Argentina and England play Erling Haaland's Norway. It's double game day, guys. Enjoy it whilst it lasts. This is your ultimate guide to day 30 of the World Cup. Hello and welcome to Morning Cupdate, built by the Home Depot, live from New York City. The Home Depot is your winning assist to host the ultimate watch party with fast free delivery to get your backyard match day ready, subject to availability. Now, 2 quarterfinals down. 2 more to go, everybody, and both are taking place today. The winners of each will meet on Wednesday in the semi-final in Atlanta. First up, in Miami at 5 p.m. Eastern, Erling Haaland's Norway take on Harry Kane's England in Miami, and I think this is going to be a tasty one.
Woo! World Cup!
Oh, yeah. Norway are living the dream at their first World Cup since 1998. They beat the Ivory Coast in the round of 32, and then they shocked the world by beating 5-time champions Brazil 2-1. Their lead Viking, Erling Haaland, scored twice as Norway went marching or rowing through to the quarters, a performance Haaland put down to the team thriving as the underdogs.
I think we played unbelievable, but to have 250 million or how many it is in Brazil, to expect you to win a football game is not easy. So the pressure is on them, and you could kind of see that today. We just played football and enjoyed it.
Meanwhile, England played in one of the most dramatic World Cup games I think we've ever seen, as they beat Mexico 3-2 in Mexico City, despite being down to 10 for most of the second half. Jude Bellingham scored 2 goals in 2 minutes, while captain Harry Kane scored a second half penalty. Kane gave absolutely everything to see that win over the line, even his voice.
Well, just look at him here. Incredible. Unbelievable support. Speechless. I can't even talk.
And with nearly a week to prepare for this match, the banter between the two nations has been rising. First of all, you've got British Airways and Norwegian Airways making bets with each other on social media. Then, England's former striker Wayne Rooney was catching a little bit of heat for saying this earlier in the tournament about Norway's chances.
If Norway get to the quarterfinals, I'll go on the River Mersey and I'll roll down.
Get in your boat, Wayne. And a certain Mr. Haaland very much wants to make sure that this bet is paid in full.
Wayne Rooney, I expect you to go out on a rowing trip.
And if you wanted another storyline to whet your appetite ahead of this match, Haaland and Jude Bellingham's love story has been going viral. It is a bromance that started when they were at Borussia Dortmund together. It's like a football version of Romeo and Juliet. Best mates forced to be rivals on the biggest stage, both battling for a place in the semi-finals. Come on, someone write the play. Please, it's like Shakespeare. But whilst Haaland might be the striker everyone is talking about now, and honestly, everyone is, he is very much loved out here in the USA. We'll get onto that at the end of the show. England's Jed Spence wanted to put a little bit of respect on his captain Harry Kane's name.
What's his standout strength, Erling Haaland?
Finishing.
Have you seen anything like it?
Yeah. Harry Kane.
That is such a good line from Jed Spence, isn't it? So unsurprisingly, the good people of TikTok have already been hard at work with the edits.
Have you seen anything like it?
Yeah. Harry Kane.
That's actually producer Teddy that spent all day making that edit. So give it some love in the comments, please. Off the scale aura from Jed as well. He's just so cool, isn't he? Anyway, on to the game. Norway have no fresh injury issues going into this one, although there were some rumours of a sickness bug in the camp earlier in the week, something that the team doctor has played down a little bit. England do have some absentees themselves to worry about. Jarell Quansah's suspension means he's unavailable at right back. Centre-back Mark Gahey has a hamstring strain and will need to be assessed, and Declan Rice has had a sickness bug of his own. But good news, Reece James is looking good for a return. England's most reliable defender this summer has definitely been Aston Villa's Ezri Konsa, and he will still play a vital role in stopping Norway's Erling Haaland. Let's dive into it. Today's drill down, brought to you by Makita, is why Ezri Konsa might Be the man to stop this tournament's most terrifying striker. Against Brazil, Gabriel could not cope with Haaland, but could Concert be the secret weapon for the Three Lions? Well, you've just got to look at his record at Aston Villa. Haaland has faced Concert 5 times in the Premier League for City, and in that time, the Norwegians only scored 1 goal. What? Can you believe it? Morgan Rogers was full of praise for his Villa teammate Concert earlier this week.
I think he's one of the best centre-backs in football, if I'm honest. I think at this World Cup, I think the ability that he's got and everything, he can do everything as a centre-back. Never gets beaten, or strong in the air, strong in attack, or unbelievable on the ball. I honestly don't know a flaw in his game.
The difficulty with Haaland is that it only takes 1 lapse in concentration and he will pounce like a lion. Against Brazil, he had the fewest touches of any player in the first half, but in the second half, he pounced on Gabriel's slight hesitation and the game was done. One other thing that could have a big factor this evening is the temperature in Miami. The forecast says that it could feel as high as 110 degrees at kickoff, and neither the English or the Norwegians are famous for performing in extreme heat.
You know it's going to stay hot. That part of the forecast is not changing. That's been consistent for quite some time now.
Oh, it's going to be a hot one, isn't it? Then also on Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, we've got an intriguing clash in Kansas City as Switzerland try to take down the world champions Argentina. Now, the Swiss booked their spot with a penalty shootout win after an incredibly dull 0-0 draw against Colombia. No one was bored during Argentina's last match, though. The world champions looked to be heading for the exit when Egypt took a shock 2-0 lead in Atlanta on Tuesday, but a controversial turnaround from Argentina secured them a dramatic 3-2 win, with Enzo Fernandez scoring a stoppage time header to leave the Egyptians absolutely reeling.
No fair, referee no fair.
Safe to say, it's been a bit of a bumpy ride for Argentina in the knockout, stunned by Cape Verde in the round of 32, and then they put their fans through the ringer in the round of 16. Switzerland's knockout journey has been far less eventful, keeping 2 consecutive clean sheets. Against Colombia, the Swiss badly missed their midfielder Johan Manzambi, who had a knee injury. He is the Swiss top scorer with 3 goals and 2 assists and has impressed. Yesterday, he agreed to sign a deal at Newcastle. Unfortunately, though, he won't be available for today's match either. So Switzerland may be forced to keep it compact. They've never made it past the quarterfinals of a World Cup before, so they will be hoping to make history. Okay, it is time to dive into yesterday's quarterfinal.
Le pegó Pau, balón suelto. ¡Gol! ¡La zona Merino! ¡La zona Merino!
Arsenal's Mikel Merino grabbed the winner in the 88th minute as Spain booked their place in the semis where they'll face France. Now, Manchester United's keeper Senne Lammens, who had to come off the bench to replace an injured Thibaut Courtois, won't want to watch that back again. He fumbled the ball, which led to the winner. A cruel way for Belgium to crash out of the tournament. This is what Rory said on the Night Cup.
It was a regulation save. He should have caught it. It did bounce quite awkwardly. I'm not sure I could have saved it. I think I would have done a worse job, so maybe I shouldn't judge him too harshly. But for a professional, that will be devastating. That
goal meant Mikel Merino became the first player in tournament history to score the winner in 2 different knockout stage matches as a substitute. What? Fabian Ruiz had given Spain the lead on the half-hour mark before a beautifully worked Belgium goal, finished once again by Charles de Ketelaere, drew the Red Devils level, and the first goal Spain had conceded all tournament. Fun fact, by the way, about Charles, he was a Flemish tennis champion at the age of 10, but chose football instead, which I'm sure all of his fans are going to be very pleased about. Apparently, though, his tennis game was all about aggression, smashing his rackets, swearing. I'd say in this World Cup, he couldn't be any more different to that. He looks more like a perfect class president. Those sort of vibes, I think. Anyway, 3 goals at this World Cup for him. Back to the game. Although it ended in heartbreak for Belgium, Courtois spoke about the achievement of making it to the quarters.
We are Belgium. We're not England. We're not Spain. We're not France. We are a small country of not even 12 million people that on big tournaments are showing amazing things.
Many people, including our very own Rory and a lot of you in the YouTube comments, had ruled Belgium out of this tournament, saying their squad contained the dregs of the golden generation and that they were simply too old to compete. Well, after knocking out host USA in quite some fashion, they gave a pretty good account for themselves, I reckon. But Spain's manager, Luis de la Fuente, has now managed more games across the World Cup and Euros without ever losing than any other manager. 12 wins and 1 draw. That is quite frankly ridiculous, isn't it? But have Spain reached the semis without hitting their full potential? Here's Rog.
You know, the German notion of the World Cup that we always talk about is the Turniermannschaft, the team that plays themselves into form game after game, don't look good at the beginning, but like every single game, find a rhythm, find a form, find a starting lineup, find an identity. Spain are not close to doing that, and yet they're in a World Cup semi-final.
And if you were wondering, Lamine Yamal's little brother was catching everyone's attention in the stands again. What a little legend he is. Shout out to him. Spain have a date in Dallas against the formidable France on Tuesday, the 14th of July. Whack that one in your diaries because you will not want to miss it. Tonight, after the final whistle of Argentina-Switzerland, Rog and Rory will be live for one of the last remaining episodes of Night Cup, breaking down both of today's matches and looking ahead to the clashes of the Titans that are the semi-finals. Tune in right here on the Men in Blazers YouTube. Right, everybody. It is prediction time. We are in the business end now for our prediction challenge. Yesterday, I took on Sam Mewis and she correctly predicted a win for Spain whilst I went for Belgium, which means, sorry guys, it's a bit of fun, isn't it? We're not taking it that seriously. You don't need to put your head in your hands, George. Which means that Night Cup drew level and it is now 9-9, so it is all square. Rory, how are you feeling? Because predictions is getting serious now, actually.
Apparently it's level pegging. Interesting. There's a lot of tension. Pressure.
It is. It's tight. Okay, let's start with England against Norway.
Okay.
Juicy game.
Yeah.
I think it's probably going to be 3-1 to England.
You'd go 3-1 England. I would go the same outcome, different scoreline. I think it'll be quite tight. I think Norway might start off a little bit nervous, but England will have too much quality despite their own fears of Erling Haaland. So I'm going to say 2-1 to England.
I thought you were going to do a draw and then penalties.
I mean, I can see that, but I think England will nick it maybe after extra time. Yeah, I think it'll be tight.
Okay, Switzerland against Argentina. This is probably going to be quite one-sided, I think, isn't it? So I'm going to say 2-0 to Argentina.
So the thing is, every Argentine game in the knockouts has been complete chaos. So it should be 2-0 to Argentina. That is the correct scoreline for the gap in quality between the teams. But I think Switzerland will score first. Argentina will panic. They'll score with their first shot, Switzerland. Argentina will panic. It will end 1-1 after normal time, 2-2 after extra time, and Argentina will win on penalties.
Oh my God, you're going for a thriller.
That's a detailed prediction, Betty. Do I get bonus points?
Yeah, you'll get a bonus point if all of that comes true.
Perfect. All right, that seems like a deal. Apparently, that's not a deal.
Producer Elizabeth is like, no, I'm not going to be doing that. Thank you, Rory.
Pleasure as always.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
On today's Finishing Touch, brought to you by Bear Paint, we're breaking down the top 5 reasons America is falling in love with Erling Haaland.
That Viking soccer player is starting to cast a spell on me.
Since the World Cup has started, America has become obsessed with the Norwegian striker. He's gained over 18 million new Instagram followers, 900,000 new YouTube subscribers, and when you Google his name, this is what happens.
Haaland, Vikings in the USA, Norway's going all the way.
As well as this, the Norway home shirt is sold out across the world, and a remixed version of a song he released when he was 15 has gone all the way to #1 in Norway.
Yes, I can.
But why is he so lovable? Well, #1, he's a funny guy.
Y'all can kiss my Dallas.
Despite being a global superstar, Haaland doesn't take himself too seriously.
Are y'all on the Norwegian soccer team?
No, not me.
No, not you?
I love it, pretending that his producer was, in fact, the best striker on the planet, but he still posed for a photo. On to #2, the look. His 6'5" stature and long blonde hair certainly catches the eye.
When he became popular during this World Cup, a trend appeared on the internet, with people looking like him making videos. So I decided, why not do the same?
This Russian model went viral after people spotted a resemblance between the two, but she's not the only one. Whilst being compared to a spring onion may not be the most flattering, he does have a Hollywood lookalike.
But at this year's World Cup, Chan is embracing the Viking look. In fact, the Magic Mike star channeled Norwegian soccer player Erling Haaland for the Norway vs. France game at Boston Stadium, June 26th.
Channing Tatum dressed up as Haaland for an ad campaign and was even spotted in the crowd wearing a blonde wig during Norway's game against France. Number 3, he is a real-life Viking, as well as inspiring a hell of a lot of these. He is the living embodiment of the Nordic spirit, perfectly demonstrated in this iconic Viking-inspired team photo. And number 4, the goals.
I don't know, I think it's my speciality to score goals. It's like many other things, I'm just really good at scoring goals.
Haaland is a goal machine, we all know that. He's scored 7 so far in this tournament, breathing down the necks of Messi and Mbappe. This is unprecedented for the Norwegian national team. Let's not forget, they're enjoying their first World Cup since 1998, and his pinch me, I'm dreaming energy is so infectious.
And play England in the quarterfinal in the World Cup is quite special. And
Number 5. He just loves the USA.
I'm going to rodeo later.
He's on a rodeo right now.
And the USA loves Haaland. Here he is, blown away by the patriotism on show at the ice hockey game.
They have so much like pride for the country. They love the country so much. It's everything about it. The national anthem was incredible. Amazing. I had goosebumps all over.
It is safe to say he's a big fan.
I like the Americans, I think they are kind of hilarious as well.
So there you have it. I'm starting to think that this mutual affection is going to be a lot more than just a summer romance. That is it for Morning Cupdate today, built by the Home Depot. The Home Depot is your winning assist to host the ultimate watch party with fast free delivery to get your backyard match day ready, subject to availability. Now, as today is the last day of the tournament with multiple games, you have got to get yourself down to a bar to watch both of them. Luckily, we have the Men in Blazers Bar Finder to help you find the perfect place. It has an interactive map with the best soccer bars across the country, curated by thousands of our listeners' recommendations. You've got to give it a look, find a pub, and enjoy another beautiful day of football. Producer George, get on it. Get on it. The link is in the notes below. We are going to be back on Tuesday as the semi-finals get underway. That is ridiculously exciting. But until then, enjoy the football.